Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Love and Light Show, where your special guest today is Ty, the Spirit Messenger, and we're going to talk about how you can communicate with your spirit guides, with your angels, with the divine powers that are here to support you on your path. So I'm so excited for this episode and to talk about how we can do it safely, how our energy and our vibration attracts different things, and how it affects how we're communicating with different things in this big, huge world that we're in right now. And also how you can do it really safely. So we're going to go through this beautiful meditation at the end to connect you in a very safe, secure way to your divine helper, angel, archangel, whatever comes through for you is your highest and best good. So definitely tune in for that. I'm so excited to be walking through that. I'm looking forward to it for such a long time. I'm so excited. And the Love and Light Show is brought to you every Monday at 1 Atlantic, 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific to introduce you guys to different light workers and healers and badass spiritual entrepreneurs and what they're doing in the world so you can be aligned with the different ways that you can heal on your healing journey, how you can learn different tips and tricks and tools and modalities and meditations that will support you guys on your journey so that you can truly be the change that you want to see in the world and show up for yourself, because it all starts with us. If we want peace and love and joy outside, it starts with us, and we need to really foster that and nurture that within ourselves so that we can then hold the space for other people and our friends and our family members. And by shifting and changing all this, we're actually changing the whole vibration of the planet and making huge positive waves of change in the world. So I'm all about those empowering waves of change and positive ripple effects that we can totally make when we start doing that inner work on ourselves. And I'm Laura McPhee. I'm a joyful goddess. So I'm a speaker, healer, and coach, and love to empower women through self-love and care so that they can ditch their self-care excuses and that negative voice in the back of your head or the front of your head, depending on how much power you've given it, saying that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, you can't do this, all these things that just hold ourselves back from doing the work in the world that we're here to do, from shining our light, from spreading our messages, from helping the people that we're here to help. So I love helping women do that so that they can really step into their personal power, love themselves more, and truly love what they see in the mirror so that they can show up for what they're here for and truly live the life of joy and bliss and happiness and peace that you're desiring. And one of the ways that I'm super excited to start introducing that I got over the weekend is my new singing bowl. So I wanted to share this just for anyone who watches these in other groups that I share this to and not necessarily follows my personal page. I was just I need to share awesome throat chakra clearing for anyone who needs it. Anyway, This is my new favorite toy, and I love it so much, and it goes beautifully because I've been singing light language for the past couple months, mostly to myself. I've started sharing it with friends and stuff, so now I'm yes, I have a throat chakra clearing singing bowl, and I can just do it more on live for you guys because people love when I do it in little clips and stuff. And also I'm going to do a super last minute thing in Moncton. When I decided to let go of my Moncton office, everything just started flowing more for doing online things, which is awesome because I love that Ty is a digital nomad, another one of the beautiful souls I connected to. And I was I need to let go of this and be free more. So there's so much space in my Moncton office because everything sold super quick within a week. It was just everyone was this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. I'm yay, new owners, everyone has their new home. So I have this super open space now in my Moncton office. So anyone who's in the Moncton area who's I would love to feel this vibration in me in person, I'm doing a super low intro rate for $15 on Tuesday. It'll be 7:30 to 8:30. And it's anyone who feels called to that, who wants that healing energy in person. I'll do some light language blessings and some intuitive guidance as well for whatever comes up for those who feel called to join. And that's what I'm super excited about right now. It's my new favorite toy. I wake up in the morning and I play with it, and I'm going to bed and play with it. I'm this is my favorite toy right now. So I wanted to share that passion with you guys too. And feel free to say hi as you're joining us live. We're on the Be Live platform and we have 6 people on right now. So hi, Labora. Hope you're having an awesome day. And let us know if you're catching the replay too. We'd love to engage with you after the show as well. So definitely feel free to share this out if you have a friend who needs that help or support or guidance and connecting with their angel team, with their spirit guides, so that they can feel in a really safe place while they do it, because that can sometimes hold a lot of light workers back, where they're I don't want to channel something bad. If there's someone who's a wayward or in between and I don't want to get into that negative energy, it's you can do this in a very safe, loving, protected way, and we're here to talk about that today. So I'm so excited to have you on, Ty. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm really grateful, and even listening to you describe who you are in the show, what you're passionate about, we are so aligned.
Yes, we are.
My introduction and your introduction literally has the same word for words, line by line. I'm just so ecstatic to be.
I love it. Yay!
I feel like we're in the same soul tribe in some way. So definitely call on me if you ever need anything.
Yes,
and as
I will.
far as this thing that you're tiptoeing into, like this whole sound bath, sound healing, sound magic for so many people. When I work with people one-on-one, I tend to send them to some sort of sound therapy modality, because I really one of those like best kept, maybe worst kept secrets as far as mental health and wellness, especially if you do some sort of sound bath and healing or in the full moon, which I don't know. Huge.
Yes. I find it's amazing to get me out of my head, because that's something where I'm like, sometimes I'll get stuck in my head, and if there's like a going or like a vibration or a gong or something like vibrating so intensely, I can't be in my head. There's no space for me to be in my head. I'm only in my heart. I'm just in my body, and I'm releasing and doing these amazing things. It's just like the best.
Well, as an energy healer, empaths hold a lot of energy in their energy field. It almost gets like pumped up and in their chakras and everything. And these sound baths, whether it's drums, crystal balls, it breaks up the dissonance. It's really amazing. So I'm just so excited that you're doing that, and you're feeling even brave enough to do it online, and go you.
Thanks. I went to a fair. It's a holistic fair this weekend, and my message when I went into kind of sound bath experience, like for half an hour, my message at the end was, speak up. You have your voice. You've been doing it yourself. Use it. And then I had another friend who's super intuitive, and she's like, what's with the like locking your voice, unlocking your voice, locking your voice, unlocking your voice? I'm like, that would be light language. I do it, and then I get terrified of like what the next step that's going to be, of like bigger stages, larger people, huger impacts. I'm like, the version of me is like, am I ready? Am I ready for this higher next version of me to like make that jump now? So it's like,
yeah, it takes a very brave soul, I think, to do light language. I'm pretty familiar with it. I don't practice it myself, but I've had some of even that support, and
beautiful.
I've listened to it and just been like, I don't know how people do that. And I'm pretty like, in the I don't know how people do that realm. Like that's kind of my expertise is that kind of crazy stuff. But, and I don't mean it like crazy mentally unwell. I just mean kind of out of the box crazy.
Oh yeah, it's like next level. It's like your ego really has to break down, because it's like this is gibberish. Certain people won't get it. The people who don't understand crystals definitely won't be your people now. It's fine. Yeah, we have a lot more people saying hi and joining us. So we have Natalie saying hello. The love eyes, love it. Hi, Anne-Marie and Pamela. And Christy, Ty is very echoey. Maybe if you turn down your volume. It doesn't sound like that for me, but that's the thing where sometimes it sounds perfectly fine for us, and then on the replay, or if someone notices. So Christy, can you let us know if that sounds better? I know technology is so interesting. In worst case scenarios, sometimes if people pop out and pop back in, that helps. So we'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
Is it any better?
Does that sound better, Christy? If you want to let us know.
Outside in Florida. So I got the breeze going and a fan going.
I love it. And Michelle jumped on and said hello. Sent us love. Hope you're having an awesome day. So Ty, can you share with us a bit of your journey and your background and how you got to where you're at today?
So I want to just reassure everybody, I was a skeptic. So let me just start there. So my baseline, my spiritual awakening and process was in 2012, only like 6 years ago. And I before that, I was a preschool teacher. Now I'm a spirit guided coach, and I have an online spiritual academy. So a lot can happen. And what our awareness level is, our acceptance level, and then just really jumping spiritually in what we understand and what we believe in and what we practice and what we're doing. I have been taught mainly by my 18 for the last 5 years. So I used to have an addiction with pain pills and an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. And when I let all of that go in 2012, my guides started telling me that I was an empath and a medium and all this stuff. And so they were teaching me how to take care of myself. And so now I offer that same information in the Spiritual Academy.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So my forte, my expertise is really all about divine communication and being that conduit for that constant conversation.
Awesome.
So I've been in a lot of stuff, you can imagine, kind of waking up and testing the waters and meeting new people and filling things out. We have to find what resonates with us, what we feel is true for us, so we have to practice somewhere. So what I'm going to do is literally like what I feel is the most important information. If you're excited about learning how to communicate with your angels, and you don't want to run into interference or problems, and kind of, the first time people are starting out, it can be a little out of the box. So how to deal with that. So are you excited?
Yes, I'm super excited. And I know this is a big thing for me, and it's either the people that I'm attracting or just like a common thing in light workers where like they want only the love and light. And I'm like, if I just only focus on this, then it doesn't exist. But it's like, I know that that's not a real thing, but it's like, I'm not going to talk to anyone for the fear of that happening would be my like 2-year ago version of me being like, I'm just going to think that demons and hell and all that doesn't exist. I totally like the God energy, the oneness energy, the source energy, and the angels and the archangels, and what I'm learning over here. Totally just gonna ignore this. And then it's like, no, I could just create filters and really awesome boundaries and cleansing things and all these different things so that I can know what exactly I'm deciding to communicate with. That it's always for my highest best good, that it's always through the 7th plane, creator, all those things, that I feel really safe and secure in doing that. But it took some time for me to get there. And then I see other people who feel stuck because they're like, well, what if this is going to affect me negatively? I don't want to talk to like some like energetic vampire, like parasite that's going to drain my energy if I connect to that, or someone's like very confused loved one. Like there's all kinds of things that come up for people in that. So how can they do that in a very safe way?
Well, I want to get to that, but I want to start out first by clarifying that angel communication is not just for like magicians and psychics and intuitives out there. It's becoming a necessary part of life for even the regular person. If you want to, generate prosperity, grow your business, find your most compatible soulmate, all those freaking wins in life.
Yes.
Tapping into your intuition and connecting with your divine support team that's been assigned to you since birth. Trust me, they're your best friends. They're your life coaches. They can take you a long, long way if you can start to practice sitting in silence and listening. A lot of people get mad at me. I've been a meditation instructor. They get mad at me. I don't know about this meditation. We ask our kids to sit and listen. That's all you're being asked to do is to sit, listen, and feel. This doesn't have to be an all-day practice. Tuning in, checking in, and being open to advice is really, really important.
Yes.
So the communication is not a party game. You don't want to mix this with alcohol, recreation. Let me say that again. You do not want to mix this with alcohol, recreational drugs, or like summoning the dead. These are not things you want to go in your private, sacred time. It's reverent and it's beautiful. I'm going to be a party pooper probably here, or a party downer. Marijuana doesn't mix with this either. And I've gone back and forth with people over the years, and I'm not here to judge. I ask the divine everything. I don't have an opinion about it. I have a lifeline. I call in and I ask. And the answer that I got is marijuana actually puts holes in your energy field, in your aura. You can be leaking energy out, and then you can have problems with things attaching to you that you don't want. Same thing with the lower vibrations with alcohol and recreational drugs, even pain pills, things like that. So if you don't have a medication that's absolutely right, try to avoid it as much as possible, especially during that sitting and listening time, because it influences your vibration, and that's a really big deal. Your angels, your spirit guides, they're very high vibrational beings. Some of the things you're talking about are lower vibrational beings.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things that affect our vibration, And I created a whole angel speaking course where I dive in and and tell you what, you know, all these different things and ask you to check in, but I can tell you that your mood, your mantras, mindsets, the seasons, the foods you're eating, the people that you're hanging around. If you're an empath and not doing some sort of like clean out, when I was talking about earlier, or practicing some sort of daily ritual, if you are in a place of fear or scarcity, you're going to match a vibrational being or entity to that fear, to that place. So my recommendation is that you go for a run, you go for a jog, you dance, you work out, you get yourself in a more positive, elevated space. Then you do the sitting and the listening.
Yes.
And the more detached you are about the advice, the more accurate it's going to be. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that totally makes sense. And feel free to ask anything as we go along here, guys. We're totally open to like answering any of your questions and moving and flowing with what you guys are here to learn about as well. So definitely feel free. And Christy had said still a bit, but better. And no one else is commenting about it, so it might just be a little bit on her side too. So I'm going to say, like you sound perfectly fine with me right now. So unless anyone else brings it up, I think we're pretty good for sound.
Okay.
So how about the past lives interference that you were talking to me a little bit about before?
Yeah, so I kind of have notes here that I don't want to miss anything.
Okay, do your notes. I'm cool doing it that way too.
Okay, so the thing about past lives, I have been seeing people's past lives since I was in kindergarten. So you know how like some people have strange gifts? This was the one that I have. And I thought we all knew each other's past lives. So I would say really strange things to my friends that they didn't understand. So obviously about 7 or 10 years old, I stopped talking about the past lives because it wasn't making sense. And I didn't know how to explain it because I just thought it was something that everybody knew. So anyway, fast forward. My ability to see, sense, perceive, and understand people's past lives really helps them with the healing work that I do and getting them through this transformation of angel speaking. Because if we don't feel safe being spiritual, practicing spirituality, if we don't feel safe saying I hear voices, if we don't feel safe meditating. I remember one woman that I met years ago, I just mentioned, we were both on a 12-step program, and it's part of it. I just mentioned meditation, and she got really triggered, saying that was leaving herself open to Satan. And I was like, man, I really need to see her miss out on the healing so much that can happen. But that's her prerogative, and we just were not a compatible match to. We had pizza one time, and that was pretty much. I didn't know where to go. Anyway, these past lives, as you can imagine, if you were persecuted or shunned or pushed out or beaten or incarcerated for saying that you saw things, saying that you hear things, practicing, it leaves this like fear for a lifetime after a lifetime that you don't want this to happen again. And so you're not really willing, even if you can see spirit or hear spirit or know that you're connecting to your angels or talking about your intuition. I meet so many messengers of spirit that only do spirit work as a side job and won't charge appropriately for it because they have this past life trauma. It keeps them so small because they're so scared. So I really help spirit messengers make lots and lots of money and step out. I have a treatment. I have a solution for this. I'm not just showing up with a bunch of problems. I have this service I provide called karmic clearing. And spirit and I go in there and wash away all the trauma and residue from all these past lives. So it doesn't have to be your story anymore. It'll still be like Akashic records, but there's no energy charge setting your default system. And so people have fears for reasons that they can't always understand, or maybe they do. I've met people who knew they were witches in past lives and got burned at the stake. They were hung or crucified. I have known people. So that's it's a solid argument for fear, but to be honest, it's really safe to be spiritual nowadays. I mean, you might have people talk about you, but the people that are talking are just talking about anybody anyway.
Right, exactly. They're not your people anyway.
Do that.
No. Michelle actually commented, just turn the volume down a bit and it'll be less echoey. It'll help me hear Ty better. So maybe try that and then see what people are like. There was also a bird that was being very loud. It was using its voice too.
Oh, amazing.
Very cool. So yeah, and I can totally resonate with that because I've done a lot of past life work on myself as well because I was like a martyr in past lives. I was a healer and helper and all these things. So you get the whole burn at the stake of the witch or like hung or your neck snapped and all these things. And it's like really not fun things where it's like if you've been here on this earth doing this work for a while, it can really affect you and you can bring it forward, which is why like the work that we're all doing is like priceless because it's helping and affecting the person so they can just clear for all future lifetimes. Like you don't have to deal with that bullshit anymore in this life or any other lifetime. Like you can just end it with you, especially if you have kids and especially if you're like going to have kids and continue your like current human lifeline going forward. Like it's so important to do this inner work because your junk and your trauma that you're not going to like heal and work on is going to continue to get passed down and be normalized, and it's just going to continue that pattern. So I'm like super grateful for all the work I've done because I'm like it's going to end with me. Like my children and my daughter's not going to have to like deal with codependent assholes. Like it ends here. All these things I'm healing so that it can just be better and the world that we're creating will be better as we continue to grow instead of have some people perceive that it's getting worse. It's like, no, we have so much power. We can be like, these things are coming to the surface for awareness so that they can get healed. If you're not aware of it, it can never be healed. So definitely be empowered by that thought. And Nancy joined in. Hi, Nancy. Hope you're having an awesome day.
Yeah, awesome. I think it's such a pivotal moment when all of that trauma and that residue gets cleared out from all those past lives. My clients, I've been teaching angel communication. This transformation takes about 6 months to work with somebody one-on-one to get them to that point. But I have taught skeptics, I've taught religious people, I've taught people that even practice like Santeria. My team is so amazing at helping me get the language down for somebody, and I verify like who their spirit guides are, who their messengers are, how they're communicating, which part of their intuition is working. And then I give them this energy tune-up that's just massive. It's like electrifying to get them online, like divine fi with spirit, and then those karmic clearings. So big. I want to mention a couple other things. When I work with people in this transformation, right off the bat, like right out the gate, as soon as we meet with each other, I have to establish one or two things in that very first call, whether or not they're mediums and whether or not they're empaths. I can't tell you how many people are walking this earth able to experience the dead in spirit and not aware that they're mediums.
Interesting.
I'm blown. I'm literally blown the amount of people that I said that to. And they kind of look at me. And I said, and Spirit describes it to me. I said, are you seeing shadows out of your peripheral vision? Yes. Have you been visited by other people's loved ones in your dreams? Yes. Have you been asked to give a message? Yes. Well, this one time when I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. This is mediumship, dear.
Right.
Anyway, one of the first things I do is because we have to clear out the noise. We have to ask all those deceased parties to leave the room so that we can get this one-on-one divine channel going. And I can't tell you the reason why this conversation even came up is because I was performing so many guidance sessions for other messengers of spirit, and I was like, Archangel Michael and I hang out a lot. I was like, Archangel Michael, why is this happening? Why are so many messengers of spirit coming to me for guidance? Why can't they do this for themselves? Right. And he said, Ty, they're not establishing this communication with their own divine support team before they're in service to others. And so they never really learn how to maintain this connection one-on-one, and they don't really know how to tell the difference because the room's so crowded. So he's helped me to put together, and it's right it's either in the Angel Speaking Transformation Package if somebody wants to work with me, and even in the course, we actually shut that mediumship ability down, and that can be temporary or permanent based on the person's decision. But we got to clear the room out. That's like no.
Right.
And that always helps the person feel more secure, that there won't be anything harmful that happens while they're connecting, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
The other thing is the empath ability. I think the empaths have the most challenging time opening up to the angel communication, but once they're tuned in, whoa, their ability to feel, sense, smell, hear, emotions, see, phenomenal. But when they come to me, they're so tuned in to everybody else's stuff that I have to help them kind of separate what's theirs and somebody else's. We got to practice with, a monthly routine of self-care and a kind of a daily ritual or mantra where you're not connecting to other people, you're not taking on their stuff. There's a whole thing about boundaries usually in there if they've had a long history of narcissists and unfun experiences. So that's all in this coaching package where I work with people one-on-one. And I've been doing this. I think I've taught hundreds of people through the years to communicate with me. Even exes, they're still we're not together, but they're still communicating with their A team. This is my way, I think, of kind of helping to make the world a better place. I think if we're all tuned into our intuition, and I think our intuition should be as commonplace as learning how to smell a rose. I'm so past and beyond this whole thing that talking about angels or spirit guides or intuition is scary or harmful or negative. Like, seriously, stop it. Let's be that change around that. So I even have a master class on my spiritual academy that walks people through the steps of understanding their intuition, because I have to be part of the solution. And even if I have to put it out there for free, I'm just not willing to contribute to problems anymore that you have to be part of some secret society or this is special information, or you have to study it for 20 years. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I love that. And it's super empowering for people, because I feel like that can be a really negative or toxic relationship where people become dependent on someone else. Or they're like, my psychic said this, the medium said this, my dead grandmother, blah, 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 said I should do this. And it's like, that's everyone else's stuff. Like, you can tune in. Like, I always teach other people how to muscle test. Like, one way you can muscle test is with someone on your arm. And I'm like, I don't do that for people. I'll show you that at the very beginning if we need to like really baby step these training wheels. But before people leave me, they know how to muscle test by standing with themselves, because it's like, you don't need to go to your healer or someone outside of you to heal yourself. You're your own healer. We're just guides or mentors or people a little bit further along on the specific path that you're desiring, that we're like, oh, we have all these tools and all these modalities and all these different things that can help you and support you jumping from here to here. And like, my arms were going like this. So here to like here, like such a short amount of time, instead of like trudging and being like, whoa, like this is so hard and all that stuff. It doesn't have to be super hard. Yeah, there are hard points on this like healing journey, but it doesn't have to be one of suffering and pain and doubt and like beating yourself up. You can have a very joyful, loving, ease, and grace-filled experience, and you can choose that as your reality.
Yep, we are not meant to struggle. And it's so cool that you're teaching people to use muscle testing. It's literally one of the lessons in my intuition course, where I call it using your body as a pendulum. So I have people do the one where they sway back and forth. I literally have them test if my programs or my courses are right for them. Because if we're not aligned, if it's not the best fit for you, like I'm not going to do it just to make a sale.
Exactly.
I care too much about people for that.
Same. So, yeah, it has to be the best fit on both sides.
Absolutely. So I want to talk about the whole, since we're in this, the issue of hearing voices.
Yes.
God's telling me to talk to him. My therapist is going to be concerned about me if I say that. Let's just tackle it. Let's just talk about it. Let's just figure it out. Well, because I kind of had this, I have a sense of humor about this work that I do, and I can be very sarcastic. And I heard myself making comments for about a year and a half, that some might say we're crazy, or people might lock us away for this, or, in some cultures we might be medicated and labeled. And I kind of decided, again, I think I was projecting and being part of the problem. I was, kind of just taking on even society's old version, because I really feel like we're in this new golden age, this new paradigm where it's becoming more commonplace. I want to embrace that. So I met up with a mental health, a friend of mine who owns her own mental health facility here in Citrus County, Florida. Awesome. And I was like, let's talk about this. If somebody like me came to your office, I'm hearing voices, I'm seeing lights, I'm talking to my guardian angels, I'm seeing my spirit guides. What would happen? What would you do? And she owns an office with 7 other therapists in it. So when I say you, I meant the collective.
Right.
She said, Ty, for the most part, myself and the other people in this office are very open to that type of language. We've each been exposed to different kinds of modalities of energy healing, of concepts of this and that. And this establishment is very open to that type of conversation, as long as that person is not hearing voices that are asking them to do harmful things to themselves or someone else. We would not see a great concern. And she knows as a therapist how to separate maybe somebody that is dealing with depression or is working on some sort of mental health therapy issue. She's able to divide, separate, and support those things. So if you are a practicing psychic, a practicing medium, a practicing intuitive, or just using it in your daily life, there are therapists out there that can visit both forms, your intuitive side and supporting you with your mental health and wellness. And I'm excited about that.
Yes, that's amazing. I love that.
So no longer the trend of being diagnosed and medicated for using words like this. I mean, the institutions are pretty much gone where they used to, send people away. So let's just stop talking like that. And I'm talking about myself included. Let's stop, giving that argument of
like, this is crazy. It's like we're creating this higher dimensional reality here on Earth. We're raising the vibration together. So let's let go of those disempowering old thoughts. And I love that we were talking about this before, because I was like, looking back, it's like I did have the most amazing people on my journey. Like when I was still in the corporate world and was like, I'm too stressed out, let's use my employee assistance program for this. The person I got in alignment with became my Reiki master. Like, she was very energetic. So she was wearing both hats. She had the counselor background and very mainstream awareness and openness to help people. But because I'm super open and into that energy, she was one of my beginning steps into that world. And same with my other theta healer and life coach. She has that background in psychology and helping people. And she left the system because she didn't enjoy the different rules and stuff like that. So she had all that mental health knowledge and science and degrees and letters behind her name that could help and support people. And she's also a Reiki master and theta healer and sound healer and all these other things. So there's so many of them out there. And I'm like, I'm in a pretty small city, small province, small like ish area. So even if that's like a thing in your head where you're like, oh, I'm in a little place, it's not like I'm in Florida or California, like it's everywhere. You just have to set your intention that that's the person that you're going to find that's going to be the best for your journey, that will understand you and support you and love you through this journey with you.
Right. And what I believe is, if we believe that we're safe, we'll be shown or led to the most divine and safe route for us. If we believe that there's something bad or we're nervous or scared about it, we're going to be met with skeptic after skeptic or family member that's worried about us. So I really think that whatever's going on inside of us around these topics ends up being the reflection that we end up seeing. Definitely. So if you find yourself in arenas where people are acting like this is taboo or being spiritual, scary and stuff, you might have some of your own trigger work or issues. And, that's one of the things I'm super good at when I work with people one-on-one. I actually love diving in there because people wake up with such a magical life. And I believe that life should be and could be and can be magical. And once you establish this connection, I feel like you'll never go hungry again. You'll never feel lonely again. Depression, it may knock at your door from time to time, but there's just not really, you're not willing to answer. You get to a space where you have so many other tools in your tool belt. You have so many new qualifications, for your life that it's just, you're not willing to do that. So I think I'm ready to do this meditation. Right?
Awesome. I'm super excited. I'm so ready. So everyone who's watching, even if you're catching the replay, give yourself this gift. I know that I can sometimes be guilty of doing other stuff in other windows as I listen to like podcasts or people talk. So just give yourself this gift for the next couple minutes and really give your time and energy and focus to this beautiful meditation that will support you in safely connecting to your guides.
So what I would like to start off by saying is I would like to give everyone a chance and opportunity to meet one of their divine helpers. And a lot of people don't realize how they're such an energetic match for you. They move in and out. They're very close to your vibration. They move in and out of your energy field, and it's so subtle. How they're able to do that and connect with you. So my job through this meditation, through this exercise, is to really get you grounded and centered so that you feel, sense, and know that they're there. So I'm going to ask you to ground yourself by noticing where your feet are on the floor, where your bottom is resting if you're sitting. Close your eyes. I'm going to ask you to take 2 deep breaths. I want you to imagine that you have an energy bubble. You can call it your aura, your energy field, that reaches out beyond you about 2 to 3 feet. This is kind of your energetic safe space. I'm going to ask you to imagine that you're stretching that out to about arm's length, as if your arms, or as if you had wings and they were stretched out. That's how far out, 3 to 5 feet from your central body. And I would like for you to imagine that you're stretching your energy field out to. Some of you might need to take another deep breath to relax your body. And then I would like for you to imagine that you have a lamppost, a light over top your head. And this tells the divine that they are welcome in your energetic space. So when you're ready, will you turn this light on? With your palms facing up, relax and notice any sensations in your energy field or your body as I command one of your divine helpers to move in and then out of your energy field. Creator of all that is, I ask that you surround each listener to the replay or live version of this call with protection. I ask you, Creator, to point to the lead divine helper at this time that would serve each person's highest good. Ask them to step forward into the person's energy field, leaving them a sign. In each listener, you might start to feel something. When you do, ask for a name. Or a sign from your messenger. I'm going to ask your helper to leave in just a moment, and I would like for you to offer them a gift of your gratitude. Divine helper, please step out. As you become more aware of your energetic space, when you're ready, you can turn the light off. Bring in your energy field. Take a deep breath and open your eyes.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get their guardian angels' names that way. I thought the knocking was. I almost like, on your end, but I'm
yeah,
like, it was
there's
fine,
like
and I
someone
hear
who's
ding,
all of
ding,
a sudden
ding,
doing
ding.
construction in like my apartment above me. I'm like, what is this?
Somebody's not listening to their A team, and I
Yeah.
honestly think that loud knocking is like, hey,
Pay attention to
this.
this. It's safe.
I love helping people become more open to their divine messengers and spirit, and I get asked a lot of questions. So if anybody's watching now or even the replay, contact me. Put the questions in the comments. I'll be in touch. This is the stuff. This is the magic that my life is made of, and you know, I'll never go back to life the way it was. Again, ever.
Awesome. Yes. Once you step into this world, it's like, why was I in that one for so long? Like, this was a possibility. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Right.
Awesome. So can you share? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Can you share how they can connect with you, like all the different ways? And definitely put it in the comments afterwards too, so they can click on it.
Sure. My Facebook page is Ty the Spirit Messenger. The online spiritual academy is Messengers of Spirit. Awesome. And I have that free masterclass I was telling you about that teaches people about their intuition. When I teach, it's boom, 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 boom. So it's 1 hour, bring a notepad, and you may have to watch it twice. It shows every 2 hours. It's just on this constant replay. So if you go to sign up for it, and it sends you a time and you're not available, just catch it when you can. But it's 1 hour, and I won't waste your time with a bunch of fluff. Like, you walk away like, whoa, with that one. And I'm actually here to announce another free masterclass because I love free and I love teaching. So if anybody's interested in the Connecting to Your Angels and Guides masterclass, I'm going to go into depth in like who these helpers are and a little bit more on how we can connect with them because they are so different. And with my past life ability, I know a little bit more than the average person, a little bit more detail. So I'm going to be sharing that. If it's important to someone to know what the difference is and they want to learn how to connect more, I'm going to be sharing. I'll share the link in the comments for people to register. So
awesome.
I don't have the exact date on it, but it's coming up very, very soon.
Perfect.
And that 6 months transformation where somebody gets to work with me one-on-one to establish this ability. I'd rather that somebody just reached out to me if they felt like that we were aligned to do that, because I would want to just talk to them and go over it. And the price point for that is $1,000 a month. Okay. And it's a hybrid, so you get it's a whole 6 month stage and phase process. We do the teaching, we do the healing, we do the guidance, and there's a little bit of group only in the teaching part. The healing and the coaching and the guidance is all one-on-one. So I'm super excited about that.
Awesome. And Michelle shared, thank you so much for that beautiful experience, so much energy. And I felt a lot of energy too, like lots of the tingles and beautiful stuff. Yeah. So if you guys want to share what you experienced or who you were talking to or what kind of guide you have or the guidance you received, if you feel.
Yeah, the sign, the gift you gave.
Yeah.
I think that's really important too. They help us out so much.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a cutout of a heart, it's all in your imagination anyway. It could be the grandest gift you give anybody.
Yes. I just sent love. I gave them a big hug and I'm like, so much love, heart love energy.
Love it.
And Michelle also said, loving this share and needed some validation today as the energy of this full moon grabs a hold of me tight. XO. Yeah. And I think really yeah, like this is like super divinely timed. And I think I might go live a little bit later on my page with this because like speaking to your guides, speaking your truth, all that stuff, like this is a throat chakra singing bowl. So I'm like, this is beautiful for the energy that we're in right now. So I'll definitely go live later. I have some calls this afternoon, but keep an eye out and I'll definitely just let you guys be a fly in the wall as I play and do some clearing work.
The empaths need that energy medicine so much. I'm just so really excited that you're doing it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. I'm like in love with all the stuff that you're doing and your energy. And I love that we matched today. We were talking about that before we got on, guys. Like we're both black.
I was like going extra today.
Awesome.
Yes, and you're so lovely.
Thank you. So are you.
There was something else I wanted to share, and now it's left me.
Is it in your notes? Did we cover everything in your notes?
I'll follow up in the comments with everybody.
Awesome. Sounds good. So thank you guys for tuning in with us. If you got value from this and you feel like you have a friend who needs it and you don't necessarily want to share it out publicly, tag your friend's name. Send it to them in a private message. You can do all these other ways if you're like not fully comfortable being like, I'm woo-woo or I'm talking to the spiritual people right now. Do it privately. The world needs this work, and there's so many people that would be super, super grateful if you took that time to make that connection with them or share this information with them. That meditation was super beautiful. So it's very important for us to do this in safe, loving ways. So definitely feel called to do that. Actually act on it if you're feeling called, instead of being like, I should do that, and like pushing that and suppressing that down. That's not healthy for anybody.
I remember what it is. I have a coupon code for your people.
Ooh, yay!
Support the course. If somebody just wants to buy the digital course and take themselves through the steps, they'll have a coupon. I took $44 off because I love magic numbers.
Love that number.
For your tribe. So if somebody wants to do that, it'll be in the comments.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So yeah, guys, check the comments after and get your awesome coupon codes and information and hop on that class. That'll be so beneficial to so many people. And I'm an empath and I know a lot of other people are empaths. So like having this to guide you and support you so that you can have this like whole new area of access given to you. Like a lot of us don't realize that we're like walking around like this. Like you can be like this, like you can have it all. You just need to be open to that and receive it and receive that loving energy and receive these messages and this intuition and this support. So I encourage you guys to do that if you're feeling called. And I encourage you to make the Love and Light a weekly, wonderful, lovely process in your life. So tune in next Monday at 1 Atlantic, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. And I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Bye.